So today I'm going to be talking about this be Madonna's 15th studio album called Confessions 2. Um, so this album here was released on July 3rd, 2026. So it said this was a sequel to Confessions on a Dance Floor, which was released in the other album, which was released in 2005. So this was a sequel to that album. Um, so this album here is kind of a style of kind of like dance, and like dance, synth pop, and that little disco as well. And it said, I don't know this genre of music. It must be new. EDM and house. I never heard of that genre of music before. Um, but you're into that kind of pop music, definitely great album to check out. So it starts off with I Feel So Free. Before I even get into that, let me show the inside. Where's the back? So yeah, getting back to the songs. And so it starts off with I Feel So Free, Good for the Soul, One Step Away, Bring Your Love, which features, I don't think I heard of this person, Sabrina Carpenter. After that is Dance Teria, Read My Lips, Everything, Love Sensation, Love Without Words, Bizarre, with Martin, never heard of this person before, Garrix. After that is School, Fragile, My Sins Are Madonna, My Savior, featuring, there's a lot of people on this album I never heard of before, Strome. After that is Betrayal, The Test, which features Lola Leon, which I believe is her daughter, if I'm not mistaken. I think it said, let me see. Yeah, I think it is. Interesting. Is this? And then the very last song is LES Girl. So the whole album itself is 63 minutes and 52 seconds long. But what a great, if you're into that kind of like kind of pop music, definitely this is a great album to check out. Had a lot of songs, like 16 songs. Like I said, it was a sequel to the 2005 album she released, Confessions on a Dance Floor. And the thing about this album here, which I found was quite interesting, so it said languages. So some of it's in like English, as well as says Spanish, French, which I found was very interesting. Um, Definitely interesting. But what a great album. If you're into, like, definitely a lot of people that's watching this obviously definitely heard of heard of Madonna. Definitely probably did. So it said here, the singles that came off this album here is Bring Your Love, which was released as a single on April 30th of 2026. Love Sensation, which was released as a single on June 4th of 2026. Dance Teria, which was released as a single on July 10th of 2026. Not sure if she made any music videos for any of these songs yet, I should say. Not sure if she did yet. She might have, I'm not sure. But yeah, great album. Let me show you the inside here. Well, there's all the songs. The back, there's all the. But yeah, what I found about this album here, which was, like I said, quite interesting because, like I said, it had that languages of like English. You could hear kind of like Spanish and French, which was quite interesting. Still don't know what EDM and house music is. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure. But yeah, going back to this album here, what a great album. Like I said, 16 songs. A lot of songs off this album here. Wow. But what a great album. If you haven't heard it yet and you're a fan of Madonna, definitely give it a check it out. Great album. Let me go through the songs again, then I'm going to finish it off, and I believe I got one more to do. So going back to the song, so it starts off with I Feel So Free, Good for the Soul, One Step Away, Bring Your Love, which is Future's Sabrina Carpenter, Dance Teria, Read My Lips, Everything, Love Sensation, Love Without Words, Bizarre. And like I said, there's quite a bit of people on this album that I never ever heard of before. After that is School, Fragile, My Sins Are Madonna, My Savior, Betrayal, The Test with Lola Leon, which I believe that's her daughter, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Well, the first time on her album. Wow. And the very last song is the 2-minute 50-second song LES Girl. So the whole album itself is 63 minutes and 52 minutes long. But yeah, what I liked about this album here, it had different styles of music, right? It had that dance. Also, you could hear the kind of disco style, a little bit of that disco style to this album as well. Synth pop, dance pop. And like I said, I'm not sure exactly what the genre of EDM and house is. I'm not really quite sure. Let me see. EDM as referred to as dance music or club. Oh, okay. So that means dance music or club music. Oh, interesting. Let me see what house is. House music, simply house, is a type of electronic dance music. Oh, okay, good to know. Okay, now I know. Well, did not know that. Now I do. But yeah, great album. You're into that kind of style of disco. It has that little bit of disco in it, as well as like that pop. And now I know what those other two genres are as well. So I said here, singles that came off this album were, like I said, Bring Your Love, which was released as a single on April 30th of 2026. Love Sensation, which was released as a single on June 4th of 2026, and Danceteria, which was released as a single on July 10th of 2026. Oh, there's the back. But yeah, what a great album. So let me know what you think down in the comments, and thank you, every single one of you, for support me. Like I always greatly appreciate. So thank you very much for that one. I got one more to do to finish it off for today. But yeah, this album here, like I said, great album. Like if I had to pick between this one and the one she released in 2005, like I said, it was a sequel to Confessions on a Dance Floor, which was released on 2005. That one was really good. Confessions on a Dance Floor, which that I found that album was really good. This is quite close to that album. Still really good. Like I said, you're a fan of Madonna. You might have heard this. I'm not sure. Obviously, you probably heard Confessions on a Dance Floor, maybe. If not, probably obviously stuff she released in the 80s for sure. Probably, most likely, if you haven't. But yeah, what a great album. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for every single one of you support my channel. Greatly appreciate for that, and thank you so much, and let me know what you think down in the comments, and have a good day, and see you around, and bye. Okay.